Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you all my Cyber Angel Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for Post Sisters of the Rose, being the first of the 5 decks from the booster pack that I want to bring you all deck profiles on. I found it one of the more easier decks to put together, just with all the support being pretty low rarity in the pack, but definitely a fun one for sure if you're a fan of ritual summoning. Overall, the whole point of the deck is just to ritual summon a bunch of the different Cyber Angel monsters out to the field and get benefits depending on which ones you summon or what you used for the tributes for the summoning, and just a whole bunch of other effects that benefit, attacking with the Cyber Angels and all that. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So to start off, I run 2 of the new Cyber Angel Zana. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual, like most of the Cyber Angel ritual monsters. If this card is ritual summon, you can make your opponent send 1 spell or trap they control to the graveyard, and when this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This card can make a second attack on an opponent's monster in a row, and once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, then targets a Cyber Angel ritual monster you control. Quick effect, you can shuffle 1 ritual monster from your graveyard into the deck, and if you do, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So you have a lot of answers against your opponent with this monster, being able to take care of spell and traps, and also, quickly respond to destruction against your opponent when they activate an effect. And the second attack in a row, it really gives you a lot of different options with this card. Being a level 8, it's one of the more higher level Cyber Angel monsters, so you might have to put a little more effort into the ritual summon, but I find with the Incantations added along with the deck, just with all the other search you can do also with it, just really comes off as a very easy summon to get off, just like all the ritual summons. I think that was the whole point of the Cyber Angel support, just to benefit and have plenty of searches with all the other cards we run as well in the deck. And then for some of the older ritual monsters, still 3 Cyber Angel Benton. You ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual as well. If this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original defense in the graveyard. If this card is tributed, you can add 1 light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand. So what's really nice about Benton is the fact that if you use it for the ritual cost, basically, you have a search right after as well. So you can search for a good amount of cards in the deck. I think the only thing you can't obviously search would be the Incantations, but you can even search out Honest in the deck, which is what we run also, just for the fact that it is searchable and very helpful, since the Cyber Angel monsters are all light as well when we summon them out. So Benton really does help at 3, just for the fact that that tribute cost and her own effect as well, very, very good in the deck. I also run 2 Cyber Angel Dakini, another level 8 Cyber Angel, so also like just running it along with Izana, just so you have ritual costs made and ready also. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card is ritual summon, you can make your opponent send 1 monster they control to the graveyard, their choice. And if a ritual monster you control attacks a defense monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. And once per turn during end phase, you can target 1 ritual monster or Machine Angel Ritual in your graveyard and add to your hand. So you have great recycle power with Daikini, and the send effect also very similar to Izana as well. But the piercing damage with your Cyber Angels, if you can get enough ritual monsters on the field, is quite deadly to your opponent as well if they go on the defense. And then for the one-ofs, I run 1 Cyber Angel Idaten and 1 Cyber Angel Vrash. I like Idaten just for the fact that you can add 1 ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand if it is ritual summon, and if this card is distributed, you can make all ritual monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense. So you have different options as well, depending on if you have this and Benton in your hand. And I ran Vrash in the deck just to have more of a powerful boss monster along with the other Cyber Angels if I needed like a different answer to some of my opponent's plays, since she does have the most attack and a little more threatening effect as well if you decide to go into her also. That's it for the ritual monsters. We run a pretty high count of ritual monsters in the deck overall, but with them you have a guarantee to go into a lot of different ritual summons also, with all the different possibilities available to you. For the effect monsters, I run 2 Cyber Petite Angel. If this card is summoned, you can add 1 Cyber Angel monster or Machine Angel Ritual from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Cyber Petite Angel once per turn. It says summon, so you can even be special summoned out, so you have that option available to you. But being able to search out any of the Cyber Angels that you need, or even the Machine Angel Rituals, I like to always have a search with my normal summon in this deck, and most of the time, with all the normal summon options available to you, I'll at least have that search option ready to go. Same with the new Cyber Egg Angel. I really do like the art of this card as well. It was like the one art I remember, just because I think they did use the old school art. I don't remember which one it is, but if you can remember, definitely comment down below what the original art of this card's name was. And if this card is summoned, you can add one Machine Angel spell or Ritual Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Cyber Egg Angel once per turn. Very, very helpful with the Ritual Search along with Cyber Petite Angel, and we do run Ritual Sanctuary in the deck, so being able to search that out along with a terraforming option is very, very nice as well. Just so you have guaranteed search for a lot of cards in the deck, just makes your consistency of being able to grab anything you want out of the deck very, very helpful for sure. And I still run 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands. When it's normal summon or flip summon, you can select one ritual monster or ritual spell card for your deck, add to your hand. But like I said, I really like my normal summon searches that I can do, whether it be with Cyber Egg Angel, Cyber Petite Angel, or Manju. That will most of the time be what my normal summon will be comprised of. I don't think I have any other monsters really, aside from Honest, in the deck that can be normal summoned and, you know, not have an effect. So at least I'll have a search with every normal summon I make use of. And all of the normal summon monsters can also be used and contributed towards the ritual summons that I make with the deck as well. And then for the incantations, I run 2 Talismandra and 2 Candle. I decided to run just these 2 of each in the deck. Very, very helpful being able to search out the ritual spells and monsters with these cards. If you wanted to run any of the other ones as well, you can try taking out maybe the Manjus or the Honests that we run in the deck to mix and match those numbers if you wanted to go for more of that kind of variant. But I like the 4 of. They just very, very helpful with your ritual summons. If you can special both out, you'll basically have the costs covered for your ritual summons right then and there. And I also run the 2 Honest. Decided just to run 2 just because it's searchable. I didn't want Honest to take up too many spaces in the deck, when I would rather, you know, obviously prefer drawing in 2 cards for my ritual summon plays with the deck, but still very helpful when I can search it off of Benton for sure and get my search and have this hand trap ready to go. And that is it for the monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. For the ritual spells, I run 3 Machine Angel Ritual. This card can be used to ritual summon any Cyber Angel ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of ritual monsters you ritual summon. If a light monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect while it's in the graveyard, banish this card instead. So like I said, it's standard ritual summon spell card, but also the protection in the graveyard is very, very helpful with all the different rituals I run in the deck, so you have that extra go-to in the graveyard if need be. And I play a lot of different ritual decks, where, like, including Gishkis, where they have recycle power, but I like this protection option with the Cyber Angel, since you have plenty of other ways just to ritual summon into more and more monsters with this deck. And I also run 2 Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. This card can be used to ritual summon any Cyber Angel ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field and or shuffle fairy or warrior monsters from your graveyard into the deck whose total levels equal exactly the level of the ritual monster. What I like is you have the level 2 option with your monsters being fairy, obviously, and then the other monsters you run in the deck. So you can adjust those levels and then hit the exact number you need to use Absolute Ritual. I like this in the deck as well, just so you have that extra number option. So you'll definitely hit a Machine Angel spell if you can't end up searching into it. But most of the time you should be able to with all the other cards we run in the deck. One of them being Ritual Sanctuary. You can discard 1 spell card to add 1 ritual monster or ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. This deck has so much consistency with special summoning and normal summoning. It's just crazy. And then you can also shuffle any number of spell cards from your graveyard into the deck, then target 1 light fairy type monster in your graveyard whose level equals the number of cards you shuffled into the deck. Special summon it. You can only use each effect of Ritual Sanctuary once per turn, but being able to reuse Petite Angel and Egg Angel in the graveyard, since they obviously only have to be summoned, is a big help from Ritual Sanctuary. Just with their low level, you don't have to shuffle too many spells back, and you'll get that special summon and that search as well. So great card to run also with the deck. And then for the other one-ofs, I run one Merciful Machine Angel. Now, with these numbers, if you wanted to bump up the numbers of these next two cards, you can take out the Terraformings that I'll show in a bit as well. I like this card. It basically, you tribute one Cyber Angel monster from your hand or field, then draw two cards, then place one card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except ritual monsters, and you can only activate one Merciful Machine Angel per turn. Like I said, it's a draw option if you don't have the right proper cards. I don't like that it limits your special summon basically, but you have that draw option available to you if you need to go into a few more cards to make your play. Plus with the tribute, whether it be for like Idaten or Benton, you can definitely make use of that search also with this card. And I also run one Incarnated Machine Angel. Your Cyber Angel ritual monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. And when you take damage by battle or an opponent's card effect, you contribute one Cyber Angel ritual monster from your hand or field to special summon one Cyber Angel ritual monster from your hand. This is treated as a ritual summon. You can only use this effect once per turn. It is a one-of just because it is a continuous spell, so you don't really need any other copies if you end up getting into this card. It helps for that option. I like the option that it gives available to you, but like I said, only really need one of it in the deck in my opinion. If I were to put any of these at 2, it would definitely be Merciful Machine Angel. And then I also run 3 Preparation of Rites, just the search for your lower level ritual monsters. Definitely does come in handy for sure. And also the 2 Terraforming. Now these are in here if you wanted to bump up any of the numbers of the newer cards we ran, including Merciful Machine Angel and Incarnated Machine Angel. I would take out these, but just having a additional search along with Egg for your Ritual Sanctuary field spell definitely does come in handy for sure. And lastly, I run 3 Call by the Grave. This card just is in here for the fact that we have so much search in this deck, and hand traps can really, put a rain on our parade if we end up not being able to, get those searches off. So running 3 of this, now that it's at 3 on the December ban list, definitely does come in handy for sure. And that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra. For the extra deck, we basically don't have too many cards we go into for plays, so kind of just stuck generic for it. So the Nightmare Engine with Phoenix and Cerberus, Underclock Taker, and Hippo Shenengan for our Link 2s. And just having these available to us definitely does come in handy for sure. Same with Akashic Magician. For the rank 3s, I have Triple Burst Dragon, excuse me, in the deck. If you have Nightmare Unicorn and you want to run that instead, you can do that. It's just, whatever Link 3 option you have available for the deck. For the Link 4s, now surprisingly, I run one Boral Sword, one Topologic, and one Yugioh. With all the different monsters you can special summon out easily to the field, aside from the Incantations, since they limit your extra deck plays, these definitely do come out, and I see them a lot more, especially Yugioh, just for the fact that it helps with so many different remill effects with the Link 4. Boral Sword, if you have Boral Load, you want to run that instead, that's fine. It's just, a preferred option in the deck, and the other one's just situational depending on which one you want to go for. But like I said, most of the time I do end up just going into Yugioh to help with my ritual plays. And then for the Exceed monsters, for the rank 6s, I run one number 39 Utopia Beyond and one Photon Strike Bouncer. They both do help with the overlays if I've basically used or need more stronger options than Benton or Idaten on the field. And with the level 8s, I run one number 38 Hope Harbinger. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I do like just to have that option available to me to overlay them into this if I need to stop some spell plays of my opponents. And then for rank 2 options with Cyber Egg Angel and Petite, when it happens, but one Herald of Pure Light and one Phantom Knight's Curse Javelin definitely do help, just to make better use if I can't ritual summon, obviously, with those monsters. And one Gaga Cowboy for the level 4s I run, Manju, Honest. If you can do it, great. If you wanted to run something else, maybe like Baguska or Tornado Dragon, that can be another option for you. But sometimes just a little life short Cowboy definitely does come in handy. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, definitely looking forward to building the other decks as well, so look forward to those. Until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.